Here comes Championship Round 4 at the weekend. Time for the latest lot of bold predictions. Welcome back everyone after a nice little 4-day break for me down south. This is what we've got to look forward to this weekend. Friday night, Hull versus Bristol City. No early kickoff on Saturday, so 10 3 p.m. games. Lovely stuff. Birmingham v Plymouth, Cardiff v Sheffield Wednesday, and Coventry versus Sunderland. We've got Huddersfield Norwich, Ipswich Leeds, and Millwall Stoke. Preston v Swansea, Rotherham v Leicester, and Southampton v QPR. West Brom versus Borough is the final Saturday game, with Watford versus Blackburn on Sunday. As usual then, here we go with my 5 bold predictions for the weekend. 1. Owls Impact. It may or may not have escaped your notice that Sheffield Wednesday are the only team in the Championship with 0 points. It's been the perfect imperfect start for Xisco Munoz, who has lost all 3 games in charge in the EFL at Wednesday, going under to Southampton, Hull and Preston. We knew Xisco was going to be up against it, given a fair bit of chaos in the background over the summer, and Wednesday just have not got going yet. So, I think you probably know where I'm going with this, don't you? Sheffield Wednesday head to Cardiff this weekend, who are only 1 point ahead of them, but were very much in the game away at Big Boys Leicester last round before losing to an injury time goal. Let's predict Wednesday to get the first point on the board this weekend at Cardiff. But come on, these are supposed to be bold predictions, aren't they? So we're going to go all in Sheffield Wednesday to beat Cardiff. You're going to get 13-5 on that. Let me know in the comments if you would touch that with the proverbial barge pole. 2. Scoring streaks. And then there were 2. Che Adams of Southampton and Johnny Rowe of Norwich kept up last round to maintain their brilliant record so far of scoring in all 3 Championship rounds. Now, if you've been following the bold predictions, you'll know I've been pretty consistently terrible backing the wrong guys when it comes to this goal per game run to the start of the season. So I think I know what I need to do this weekend. Che Adams then started for the first time for Saints this past round, and despite lots of rumours, hasn't been sold yet. Southampton, they're home to Rotherham, so you wouldn't back against Adams scoring again. Norwich and Johnny Rowe visit Huddersfield, who don't have a clean sheet yet this season. So let's go boldly for both Johnny Rowe and Che Adams to score in their 4th straight Championship game. You can get 9-1 at the moment on that. 3. Big deal. Now, I'll try and buy myself a bit of time with this one, but I'm going to do an off-pitch one. Surely we're about to have our biggest spend in the Championship transfer window yet. We've seen potloads of cash going into Leeds and Southampton this week, and with the end of the window getting ever closer, I think we're very likely to get our biggest deal yet this summer. There's plenty of guess into these numbers, but we're assuming it's Harry Winks to Leicester as the biggest deal so far. Again, assuming that Shea Charles to Southampton is more based on add-ons than upfront fee. So let's go bold then. I won't name names, even though I want to say Joel Pirro, who's been linked with both Leeds and Southampton, the 2 big windfall clubs of the past 7 to 10 days. Let's go for a number though and say that by next Wednesday, when I do the next load of bold prediction, there is going to be 2 8-figure deals done by Championship clubs signing new players. 4. Happy returns. Okay, so it was my birthday yesterday, but we're not talking about that. It's not all about me. I do, however, spy some managers returning to their former clubs this weekend. We've got Nigel Pearson heading back to Hull with Bristol City. Tony Mowbray is off to the CBS Coventry with Sunderland, and David Wagner heads to Huddersfield with Norwich. Fairly mixed bag, that lot, and the away game angle for all 3 makes it even trickier to call. Norwich are the only favourites of those 3, understandably, after their 7-point start. So I'm wondering whether points actually might be a bit of a premium here for the 3 managers travelling to their former clubs this Saturday. There's 9 points up for grabs, of course, for Bristol City, Sunderland and Norwich, but I'm going to boldly go with just 4 being scored by those 3. And for a little bit of extra fun, let's throw in a combined neutral goal difference across the 3 games for the 3 returning managers. 5 clean sheets. I love the goals prevented stats that you can get. Now, of course, if you're one of these people who get very emotionally triggered by the use of statistics, don't listen to this next sentence, but goals prevented is calculated as XG on target conceded from shots on target faced minus goals conceded. Get it? Got it? Good. The top 3 keepers in that Championship goals prevented list are Lee Nichols of Huddersfield, Vaclav Hladky of Ipswich, and at number 1, Connor Hazard of Plymouth. Now, call me a pessimist, but I've got a feeling that these 3 high-performing goalkeepers are going to really have to keep their high performance up if they want a clean sheet at the weekend. Hazard and Plymouth face in-form Birmingham. Hladky and Ipswich face former Premier League stars Leeds. And, as we've already mentioned in a couple of the bold predictions, actually, Huddersfield face Norwich. I'm sure they're all going to play well again and the form is going to continue, but I'm going to say that none of the top 3 keepers in the goals prevented list are going to be keeping a clean sheet this weekend. That is Plymouth, Ipswich and Huddersfield, all to concede. There you go, you lot. There's another load of bold predictions done. You can tell me what you think of my predictions in the comment, or much better, use your imagination, give me your own predictions for the weekend, but they must, and I repeat, must, be bold. I'll be back as we record tonight with Sam Parkin for the latest Championship Check-In podcast. If you haven't already, it's a new show, so make sure you're subscribed on the podcast app of your choice. Click here to see last week's show if you haven't caught up already, or click here to set yourself a reminder for tonight if it hasn't happened yet, or just watch it already if it has time. Look, it's confusing. See you later.